Hi everyone, my name is Sam. I am the owner of Comic Sam's Crafts, a shop where I sell finished items as well as my own crochet patterns. And today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little bee. Now the written pattern is available for free on my blog, comicsamscrafts.com. So if you prefer a written tutorial instead of a video tutorial, you can go check it out there. Now to make this bee, you're going to need super bulky yarn. I'm using Bernat blanket yarn in black, yellow, and white, as well as just a little bit of worsted weight yarn in black. The hooks that we'll be using are an 8mm hook and a 4mm hook. I think 4 is G and 8mm is L. As well, you're going to need a tapestry needle, some stitch markers, and some scissors. You're also going to need a little bit of polyfill to stuff your bee. The body is worked in continuous rounds, so you're not doing a slip stitch and a chain one between rounds. So we're just going to start off with the yellow yarn and the 8mm hook. You want to make a magic circle, which, wrong way, I'll show you how to do, sort of. So take your yarn, the end of your yarn, and put it over, so it looks like this. And then take your hook and go under this first loop and pull the second loop like this, and then chain one to secure it. That was pretty fast, so if you did not get that, you can, I'm sure you can find other tutorials online for making magic loops. Now in the first round, you are going to want to do 6 single crochets into the magic loop. And it's not required, but I would recommend using stitch markers to mark the beginning and end stitches of each round. You're going to want to pull to close the hole in the magic loop. And once again, use a stitch marker. You don't have to, but I think it just makes it easier. And again, like I said before, it's done in continuous rounds, so we're going to just continue on with round 2. We're not going to slip stitch and chain 1 into this first stitch of round 1. In round 2, we're going to do an increase in every one of the stitches. So there's 6 single crochets in the first round, and the second round will have 12. And there we have round 2 with 12 single crochets. Round 3 is going to be similar. Again, you're working in a continuous round. But with round 3, you're going to do an increase in the first stitch and then just 1 single crochet in the next, and you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around for a total of 18 single crochets. Alright, so now you should have 18 single crochets in round 3. In round 4, you're just going to single crochet in each stitch around, making it for a total of 18 stitches again. Alright, I've done 17 stitches. The next round is going to be in black. So I am going to finish the last stitch black, just so that I have that set up and ready to go. So if you haven't seen my tapestry crochet tutorial, in which I explain to you how and why to change colors on the last stitch of a round, I'll do that really quickly now. So basically when you're switching colors, so you want a different color on the first stitch of the next round, you want to do the last yarn over and pull through of the final stitch of the previous round in the new color, because whatever color is on your hook, when you start a stitch, becomes the top color of the next stitch, or of that stitch. So if you did where you just finished this last stitch completely in yellow and then switch to black for this first stitch of the 5th round, the top part of the stitch would end up being yellow. So I just do the stitch as normal and add this in on my final yarn over and pull through. So that means that this final stitch of round 4, the 18th stitch, is completely in yellow, and I've got the black on my hook to begin the first black round. Now for rounds 5 through 10, you're just going to be continuing to do 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 18 stitches in each round, and every 2 rounds you're going to switch colors. So rounds 5 and 6 will be in black, rounds 7 and 8 will be in yellow, and rounds 9 and 10 will be in black again. And once again, since round 7 is going to be a yellow color, I will switch to the yellow color on the final stitch of the 6th round. So yarn over and pull through. Once again, so this last stitch is completely in black, but I've got the yellow on my hook to begin round 7. Once again, rounds 7 and 8 will have 18 single crochets in each of the rounds, so I will simply do 1 single crochet in each stitch. And rounds 7 and 8 are done in the yellow color. Alright, round 9 and 10 will be done in black, so we're going to switch back to the black. There we go, so we finished round 8. Rounds 9 and 10 will be done in black, and they are, again, 18 stitches each, so 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Alright, round 11 will once again be done in yellow, so on the last stitch, there we go, on the last stitch of round 10 we're going to switch to yellow. There we go. Round 11 also begins the decreases. So if you're going to stuff your bee, which I recommend you stuff your bee, you can start stuffing it now. Alright, I have now partially stuffed the bee. Actually, we're not going to use the black yarn again, so just cut the end, like so. And we're done with the black yarn. You can weave the end in if you want. Unless the bee is going to get like really beat up, you should be able to get away with just stuffing the end in there. And round 11 is a decrease round. So you'll be doing a decrease and then a single crochet and a decrease and a single crochet. And repeating that around for a total of 12 stitches. So I do the decreases like this. I think it's the invisible decrease. You go into the back loop only of your stitch, the first stitch, and also the second stitch. Yarn over, pull through, like so, and then yarn over and pull through. And there is your decrease. Again, I'm pretty sure that's the invisible decrease, but I could be wrong. And then single crochet. And continue that decrease single crochet pattern all the way around. And there you have your 12 stitches. Now round 12, which is the last round of the body, is also a decrease round. You're going to decrease in every stitch. So you're going to end up with 6 stitches at the end. 6 decrease stitches. And there we go, you have your 6 decrease stitches. And now you're going to want to finish stuffing your bee and then close off. Alright, my bee is pretty firmly stuffed. And I want to fasten off and close this little hole. So I'm going to cut my yarn. Make sure you have a little bit of extra here so you can close it off and then weave in the end. So I'm going to pull that through. Take your tapestry needle and I use this method for beanies too. Basically you just want to go in and out like this. All the way around, and then you're just going to want to pull that to tighten it. See? No more hole. And then you want to fasten it and then weave in your ends. So I usually just tie it to something. And then just weave it through wherever. Just to make sure that it does not come loose. It shouldn't, but you know, it's good to make sure it's secure just in case. There. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to cut the yarn end like so. And then just push it in. Make sure that the yarn end is not sticking out. And there we go. We have the body of the bee. Body of the bee.